Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are looking at the FLAK cannon from GIJoe. So, um, this is a kind of mobile artillery piece. This is the howitzer cannon, elevates and swivels and goes back and forth. This is supposed to be a 105 millimeter cannon. Um, and let's see, it's replaceable barrel after 20,000 rounds. We have HE ammo, anti-aircraft explosive ammo. In other words, those are your FLAK rounds, smoke rounds, tracer rounds, rocket assisted projectiles. Um, so this is where we got all of our information from originally. This is where I based everything off of for making the FLAK cannon itself, trying to get it as close as I could as to what we actually have in our comics and toys and all that. So the FLAK cannon is a powerful anti-tank, anti-aircraft field artillery weapon attached to a turret gunner station that elevates for monitoring enemy movements. The heavy ordnance unit officers incredible full range field capabilities deployed a line of these against Cobra and wait for the fireworks to start. So, as you can see, we have a good line here. Nice picture from Sunbow. Uh, I don't really remember the uh, episode that this was in, being honest. And then we did have an attack card for. I want to say that this is probably the GI Joe Monopoly that we had kind of discovered the other day when we were looking at all this stuff, and we just kind of go from there. So here's a nice picture of what the toy was, and of course we have our comic book or our coloring book, and then they had done a video game of some sort, and this was in there. I don't know what game that is. I honestly don't know. So uh, I'm being kind of ignorant here as far as that goes. Um, let's see. It is interesting that they actually talk about what easily broken or lost pieces were. Take care with the chair for the FLAK cannon. The tabs on that hold the seat to the body of the FLAK cannon can sometimes break off. So um, this is the Field Light Attack Cannon. First released in the United States in 1982. The toy was also sold in 1983 and discontinued in 84. The FLAK cannon was available from Hasbro via direct mail away offers in 85 to 1990. So it gave us a nice little range of stuff here. This is some of the box art that they had at the time. Wonderful that GIJoe actually has all this stuff. That was our front box art here. Um, and then kind of going through here. Let's see. So this is where I was kind of getting a lot of the information, pulling it off of some of this stuff here. You could look at it, you could see it, and it was nice. They had always given us stuff like this when we bought it, so we actually had everything. Um, and of course, we have the 1982 FLAK cannon, um, 2009, and then the Night FLAK here in 2013. And in Europe and India, had some different box arts there. So, it's interesting to kind of see how that all works. So now when we jump on over to the stats that I made, so we have everything here being at speeder scale because I figured that this is kind of a speeder scale type vehicle. Although thinking that this is a 105 millimeter cannon, we'll have to see how I actually did on the stats here. This is actually 15 feet in length with the cannon and the legs and everything else. Is only a crew of one. Um, you're going to have one half coverage. That's what I kind of figured. So if you're shooting at this, it's going to be like a 50-50 chance if you hit the machine itself or the actual gunner. I gave it a body strength of 2D at speeder scale. Um, so I considered this a heavy blaster cannon. Um, I don't know. And you see our next one going off here. So I gave this a 2D, but maybe I think the scale is wrong. Maybe this should actually be at, either I should knock this up to, I think I will. I think I'll leave it at speed or scale, but I'm going to knock it up to an 8D damage, seeing that this is actually meant for against other, say, vehicles and all that other stuff. 60 is very respectable, but um, and you're adding an extra D for that area if it's going against infantry. Here you're going to add an extra 2D, so this would actually take it up to like a 12D in an area. But if it's going up against walkers or anything else, which I think when we're looking at GI Joe in today's frame of mind, what's a science fiction thing to add in here today? And I think I've kind of mentioned this before. Um, I think if we started putting in kind of like mechs or something like that into how things are done. I mean, we're leading that way in our movies, and I think that is a very viable way to look at it. So um, I think that this would be a very viable thing to do here, and say that maybe we're going to start getting some mechs in here. I don't think I have any stats for mechs because I was just going off the toys, so that will have to be something else that we kind of come up with. And I might borrow from some other genres or whatever else. Most notably, I could see maybe borrowing some stuff from, say, like a BattleTech or um, BattleTech had kind of borrowed a little bit from Robotech or the Macross Saga, depending on how you had seen it, wherever you are in the world. So to borrow from some of their designs or their ideas would probably be a very viable thing. James Cameron, when he had done the Avatar movie, and then I'd never watched The Way of Water or whatever, but we had the kind of mech suit kind of uh, vehicles that people were running around in. I think it is ingrained in society a little bit more. I think that would be a nice way of making this a little bit more of a modern take on a Joe Force today compared to where we were back in 1984 or 1982 or whatever. Um, so, looking at this, this is a very simple kind of toy, a very interesting one, and it's not a very. I don't think it probably cost them a lot to really make this. I think this would be something easy to make, probably throw out today even for $20 or 25. The same cost as what we're being charged for an action figure. Um, so when we look at it in that regard, they should very easily be able to do that. Um, but that's my take on it. You tell me what your take is on it. I mean, I'm always happy to read whatever you guys write me. I don't get a lot of comments. I do get some, and I always read them. It's interesting. Um, you know, we all have our own takes from our own experiences and all that, and um, it's interesting to hear what you guys have to say. And it's not just really like I've said before. This is stuff I come up with and I create for doing the games that I play. It's all for fun and that, and being able to share it with others. So hope you're still liking this. I enjoy bringing this to you. Uh, like I said, this is my take on trying to bring GI Joe into Star Wars from the old West End game Star Wars. So um, something like this could very easily I see or could in my mind could very easily be seen in like the Rebel Alliance or whatever, because they did have that other tower deal or whatever. But if you were on more of a jungle planet or something like that, I could very easily see something like this being used as well. So with that, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.